Welcome back to the 2 Minute Morning Podcast. I am Zack Sulkis, here joined by my co-host,
Will Smith.
And Bobby Black.
We have some news in the sports world today. Coming first with baseball, we're going to do a quick little recap of the wild card game. So, Bobby, why don't you talk about the Mets?
Yeah, we struggled on the offensive part of the game. Only one hit through all 9 innings. Joe Musgrove pitched a great game. You know, some say that he cheated. You know, his ears.
You say that he cheated?
They
Yes.
had a substance on him. They checked him. Nothing happened. He remained in the game. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's pretty petty. You could tell Joe Musgrove's always been a guy, likes to help the children with, the Little League World Series, stuff like that. He doesn't seem like the type of guy to cheat to me. I don't know about what Will thinks.
I can't really say. I'm not really a big baseball guy. I don't watch the games.
Well, Cardinals-Phillies.
Cardinals-Phillies, Cardinals.
Cardinals, last game for Pujols, last game for a win, right? All of them, great players, I respect all of them.
Yeah. And we got also the Battle of Mid, the final game of the Guardians and Rays series.
Yeah, it went into 15 innings. That was something.
Innings.
Yeah, no scoring. It was an exciting game to watch in extra innings, but a very slow game.
Yeah, not much going on there.
And we have the Springer collision with Bo Bichette. That was something.
It was pretty funny, I can't lie.
Springer carted off. That was serious, though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a great comeback the Mariners had there. And was that game 1 or game 2?
That was game 2.
Game 2,
They were down 8-1 in the 6th inning, I think. 6th inning.
Any given Saturday. Another final thing for baseball today. With some big names, having contracts running up, where do we think guys like Judge, DeGrom, and Edwin Diaz are going to sign? Bobby?
I think Judge will leave New York, specifically the Bronx. I think he's going to go to Queens, where he'll join the Mets and that fantastic outfield they have. The Mets have enough payroll to acquire him, so they'll give him whatever he wants. I think he's going for the money.
I don't see Judge leaving the Yankees. They'll give him however much he wants now since he got 62. Yeah, for a guy like DeGrom, I see him there's 2 ways he can go. I see him either they're not going to let him leave, or he wants to go to a winning team like he'll go with the Braves, who've got enough to pay him, and they're on pace, let alone for a World Series this year. God knows how much better they could be next year.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's definitely going to leave the Mets. I don't think he stays. I think he's had enough of the Mets. I mean, it's his first playoff appearance since 2015 was Saturday. So
Yeah.
Now on to football, we have big news. Tua was recommended to retire after the head injury. You can see he was seizing up on the field.
Yeah, with his hands doing all those.
The gang signs.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I could see how he's, recommended to retire because...
He took a big hit. That was not normal. And he just repeatedly, he's having motor skills because of it. He couldn't get off the field right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really see him retiring, but I also don't really see him... I don't see him retiring. I could see him, being off for, the season, and then the Dolphins just doing terribly the rest of the year, or, the rest of the season, but... I don't see him retiring for his career.
Speaking of terrible, how about that Thursday night football game? Low-scoring game, just field goals, no touchdowns. That is something.
Yeah.
They say let Russ cook, and what does he do? Nothing but that. Just can't keep up.
It
these
seems
days.
like he's not
he doesn't have that spark he had with Seattle.
Yeah.
There's no chemistry with this team, and he has the receivers too. He's got Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, people like that who can help him, but he just doesn't do it.
Yeah, but it was also tough losing Javonte Williams. You got to take that into account. He's passing most of the time now.
He's got, Cortland Sutton and Jeudy. There should at least be more connections so you're not having just a field goal game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then we also have now coming out of last night's news, Devontae Adams shoves the cameraman after losing on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, that was something. I was watching it myself. Definitely going to end in some kind of penalty, suspension.
There's going to be a fine, suspension, something like that.
One of those things. It's going to happen.
There's just no place in the game for something like that.
Yeah. I understand where he's coming from as an athlete.
Yeah.
I get mad after losses.
Yeah, someone...
You can't do that.
I mean, he must have been annoyed at his team's performance, his own performance.
In fact, he ran into
only lost by 1.
Renfro. Yeah. That's got to be frustrating because
I mean,
they were on a 4th and 1 on the 1.
Yeah,
something like that. Very close.
Yeah, especially with a loss like that. It's like frustrating. I could see where it's coming from, but
I can see where it's coming from, but I also don't see when you're an athlete, you're taught to,
be respectful.
yeah, you don't do that.
More news for football. We have Odell. He's looking to sign somewhere. Definitely not to my Giants. He said that he doesn't want to go back. But where do you guys think he's going to land?
I see him signing with the New England Patriots. That's not even bias. I just think that team needs a wide receiver right now, and I feel like he would have good chemistry with Mac when he's finally off this ankle injury. And I just see it working out if he just uses his head.
I really don't have a prediction on where he's going to go.
I could see him going back to the Giants, but like as you said, he said he's not going to because the Giants do need a wide receiver as well.
Yeah, Sterling Shepard out with a torn ACL for the rest of the year. It's going to be tough. Have to use Darius Slayton. But
that Kenny Golladay contract.
more football news. Panthers fired their head coach Matt Rule, after going 1-4 to start off the season. I think definitely there's some better coaches out there.
Yeah.
It's just with all the assets that the Carolina Panthers have. Baker Mayfield, he's not a terrible quarterback. He's middle of the pack. He's not a bottom feeder. They have Christian McCaffrey. They have DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. They have all these guys who could contribute to the team, and I think that it really is the coaching.
Yeah, they could be doing better. If they were coached better, they probably should have. They should have had a higher record. They should have been at least like 2-3, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
for sure. Well, now we got some hockey introduced for the first time.
The first time we got hockey. Matt Barzal. Yeah. This was actually last week's news, but we didn't have enough time to cover it. Matt Barzal signed an 8-year contract with the New York Islanders, re-signed after all these years of all these short contracts where they never go through, where they reach a mutual agreement. They finally came to one. $73.2 million over 8 years. He's only 25, so that'll be actually a great contract because in about 300, I think, he has about over 300 points, I think, already in 300 games between goals and assists. So I think it'll be great to see him stick around for a long period of time. I don't know what everyone else's thoughts on this.
I can't really talk about hockey. Don't really watch it that much, but
I watch a little bit of hockey, here and there, but I'm not really I watch it like when I'm like going out. I only watch like our local team, the Bridgeport Islanders. That's really the only time I go.
Gotta get on those New York Islanders, man.
Yeah.
Well, speaking about local, we have some law sports going on. Law soccer, boys and girls lost to foreign last night, 2-0 in the girls' game, 1-0 in the boys' game. Low-scoring games. What do you guys think about that?
I feel like we could have won those games. Actually, maybe not the boys' soccer one, just because we haven't that team hasn't been doing too well. But our girls' soccer team, they've earned themselves quite a bit of our record. I think they're I couldn't say. I haven't checked their record.
I know the boys are 1-6. I don't know about the girls. Zach, anything?
Not much. I know they had that tie against Notre Dame, so it's probably 1-6-1.
Yeah. Some more law sports. Football plays Guilford this week. Will, you got anything to add to that?
We're not playing Guilford. We're playing Lyman Hall. That's what I've got to add about that.
Do a little more research next time. Okay, so how do you think you're going to do against Lyman Hall?
I think we're going to do very well against Lyman Hall. They don't seem very good on defense. They got a ton of defenses going on, which pretty much means when a team has a ton of defenses, different defenses.
I can't make up their mind on which one they're good at.
That means they're just not good at anything. That basically, so I'm expecting to see a lot of scoring on offense, and even seeing our Group 2s go out in the second half, because I just think we're going to do that good.
Well, is this a win for the playoffs?
No, I think we have to have 7 wins to get into the playoffs. So, we're getting there, though. We're building up that record. Just keep stacking up the chips.
What's the next few games that you guys play?
So, I'm pretty sure it goes... All right, there we go. It's Lyman Hall, Guilford, and then we're at Stratford, and then Sheehan, and then East Haven, and then we've got a bye, and then it's foreign.
That's
excited for that foreign game.
It'll be fun having it at home this year compared to last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't have good bleachers.
Well, that's it for today on the 2 Minute Warning podcast. We'll see you next week.